On March 28, 2025, the Earth shook violently beneath Myanmar. A powerful earthquake registering a magnitude of 7.7 struck the Southeast Asian nation. The epicenter was located in a remote region, but its impact was felt far and wide. The tremors rippled through the country, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Buildings crumbled, bridges collapsed, and roads were torn apart. The quake's brutal force served as a stark reminder of the immense power of nature and the fragility of human life. The initial moments after the earthquake were chaotic and terrifying. People fled into the streets, desperate to escape collapsing structures. Dust and debris filled the air, obscuring the sun and making it difficult to breathe. The sound of the earthquake itself was deafening, a deep guttural roar that shook the ground and rattled windows. In the aftermath, a chilling silence descended, broken only by the cries of the injured and the frantic calls of those searching for loved ones. The earthquake struck at the heart of Myanmar, impacting major cities like Naypyitaw and Mandalay. Naypyitaw, the nation's capital, suffered significant damage, with government buildings and residences alike bearing the brunt of the tremors. Mandalay, a cultural hub in the country's second-largest city, also faced widespread destruction. The iconic golden pagodas that dot the city's landscape, symbols of Myanmar's rich history and Buddhist heritage, were not spared. As the dust settled and the initial shock subsided, the true scale of the disaster began to emerge. Rescue workers and volunteers, many of them ordinary citizens thrust into extraordinary circumstances, frantically searched for survivors amidst the rubble. Injured survivors, some with life-threatening injuries, overwhelmed hospitals and makeshift medical facilities. The earthquake had left an indelible mark on Myanmar, physically and emotionally. The nation was in crisis, and the world watched with bated breath as the race to save lives and provide aid commenced. The immediate aftermath of the earthquake revealed a scene of widespread devastation. The death toll rose rapidly in the hours and days following the disaster, a grim testament to the quake's ferocity. As of the latest reports, over 1,600 people have lost their lives, and the number is expected to climb significantly as rescue workers continue their grim search through the debris. Thousands more are injured, many critically, placing a severe strain on the country's already fragile healthcare system. The earthquake's impact extends far beyond the human toll. Critical infrastructure has been severely damaged or destroyed, crippling the country's ability to respond effectively to the disaster. Airports, including the international airports in Naypyitaw and Mandalay, were forced to close due to extensive damage, hindering the arrival of aid and hampering rescue efforts. Roads and bridges, vital lifelines for transporting supplies and reaching affected areas, were rendered impassable in many places, isolating communities and delaying the delivery of much-needed assistance. The earthquake has exacerbated existing vulnerabilities in Myanmar, a country grappling with poverty, political instability, and limited access to essential services. Many of the affected areas were already struggling with inadequate healthcare, limited access to clean water and sanitation, and a lack of disaster preparedness. The earthquake has magnified these challenges, pushing communities already on the brink to the edge of a humanitarian crisis. The destruction in Myanmar is a stark reminder of the devastating impact natural disasters can have, particularly in countries with limited resources and weak infrastructure. The earthquake's long-term consequences, including the economic impact, displacement of people, and the psychological trauma inflicted on survivors, will continue to be felt for years to come. The road to recovery will be long and arduous, requiring sustained effort, both domestically and from the international community. In the immediate aftermath of the earthquake, a desperate race against time began. Rescue teams, both local and international, deployed to the affected areas, their mission to locate and extricate survivors trapped beneath the rubble of collapsed buildings. These brave men and women worked tirelessly, often under treacherous conditions, their efforts fueled by a mix of hope, determination, and the knowledge that every passing moment could mean the difference between life and death for those still trapped. However, the rescue efforts faced daunting challenges. The scale of the destruction was immense, with entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. The lack of heavy machinery and specialized equipment in many areas hampered the ability to remove debris quickly and safely. The damage to roads and infrastructure made it difficult for rescue teams to reach remote areas, where the needs were often most acute. Adding to the complexity, many hospitals and medical facilities were overwhelmed by the influx of injured people. With limited resources and staff, medical professionals faced agonizing decisions about prioritizing care for those most in need. The shortage of essential medical supplies, including blood, medicines, and surgical equipment, further compounded the challenges faced by healthcare workers battling to save lives. The rescue efforts in Myanmar highlight the critical importance of disaster preparedness, investment in resilient infrastructure, and the need for a coordinated international response to natural disasters. The challenges faced by rescue teams underscore the need for readily available resources, trained personnel, and effective communication systems to ensure a timely and effective response to such crises. As news of the earthquake and its devastating impact spread, the international community responded with a surge of compassion and support. Countries around the world pledged aid and assistance to Myanmar, offering a beacon of hope amidst the devastation. Governments, international organizations, and NGOs mobilized rapidly, dispatching emergency response teams, medical supplies, and financial aid to bolster the relief efforts. China, Myanmar's neighbor to the north, was among the first to respond, sending search and rescue teams with specialized equipment and expertise in locating survivors trapped under rubble. India, another close neighbor, dispatched medical teams, field hospitals, and essential medicines to address the urgent healthcare needs. The United States pledged significant financial assistance and deployed disaster response experts to coordinate relief efforts and provide technical support. The European Union, Japan, South Korea, and Australia were among the many nations that offered aid packages, including financial contributions, medical supplies, and logistical support. International organizations, such as the United Nations, the Red Cross, and Doctors Without Borders, mobilized their extensive networks and expertise to provide humanitarian assistance, including shelter, food, water, and medical care to those displaced and affected by the earthquake. The outpouring of international aid is a testament to the shared humanity that binds us together in times of crisis. It is a recognition that natural disasters transcend borders, and that international cooperation is essential in responding effectively to such events.